What is the background story of Baobox?
Baobox started in a very peculiar way. My friend and I once were to meet up for an afternoon drink, and I picked him up, and we started. That's when I started deciding where to go. He mentioned one of the places, and I'm like, no, I was there last night. Mentioned another place, I'm like, it's too noisy, can't really chat. And we cycled through a few places, and in the end, we just settled for sugarcane juice and a drive. And in that drive, we started just discussing how sad it was that there's a whole generation of Kenyans, we're talking 2017 here, where the only entertainment is a whole youth, the only entertainment they had was food, alcohol, and shisha. And there's nothing else that is developing who they are or bonding or getting them together. So from that, we started discussing how there are places around the world where literally they have created a space where you just go in, pick up a board game, order some food and drinks, and chill. From that, my friend asked me, do you think something like that can work in Kenya? And I'm like, why not? We can't be the only ones thinking like this. So yeah, lo and behold, from just a conversation, next thing you know, we started involving other friends. We got in as partners, and then from that, started looking for a place. And a few months down the line, here we are.
What are some of your highlights as a business owner?
One of the elements of pride, of course, has been from the point of inception of the idea till the day we could open doors and allow customers to come in was within 11 months. And that was nice that we got the ball rolling very quickly. Then another element, of course, is creating an experience that doesn't exist in Kenya. That was nice. Like, it's, as a businessman, the thing you want to create always is you want to find a gap, a niche, and then tap into it. And it was nice that we got to do that.
What is your unique selling point or the thing that sets you apart from your competitors?
As I mentioned, one of the things, of course, is the ability to get people off phones. I think a lot of places here focus on like small things. We don't have Wi-Fi. A lot of places provide Wi-Fi as a means of getting people in. We are saying, no, it's one thing we are lacking in society right now is sitting next to someone and still feeling like you're strangers or still feeling such a big gap. So when we are able to create a space that encourages people not to be on their phone, I think it's a big point. Another thing it's creating, or we have been ensuring to create, is a space where you can go with even with your family, with your friends, with your kids. At any time we are open, and not feel that you're in the wrong place, or you're encouraging, or you're exposing your kids to the wrong environment.
What are some of the core values that you're keen on in your business?
In terms of values, one thing, of course, is quality control. To me, quality control is more of a broader topic. So quality control comes from cleanliness, meaning from the point of entry into the premises, there's a certain standard of cleanliness we want. Second thing is in terms of our food. So first of all, we have an open kitchen, so that allows people to see the food being prepared. We are not cheating our way into giving the food. There's no frozen food. You can see the process of how the food is being made. With that also, you can see the cleanliness of the kitchen. You can see how the staff are behaving and how involved or engaged they are in the food preparation itself. Then of course, service, like with waiters and all, ensuring that the way they talk to you as well. We have to downplay the waiters in terms of, instead of coming up to you, say good morning, how are you doing today, what would you like to eat? We are like, no, we encourage them to be themselves, be casual, like just come up and say, hey guys, what's happening? So in that, there's that quality control of the kind of experience we want to create. Another very important value is relationships, both with staff and suppliers. We've always tried to ensure that we have very honest conversation with our suppliers, in terms of where we stand, in terms of what they have to offer, in terms of what we're looking for. And with our staff as well, the same, just always encouraging them to speak up about what's happening, when they mess up, what have they done, how to rectify, always giving them a chance to explain their part of the story, and standing by them when I guess shit hits the fan. Because as much as when I was a customer, I would say a customer is always right, but when you're on the other side, you know the customer is not always right, and the person I still have to work with tomorrow is my staff, so it is very important that we stand by them. At the same time, find a way to make sure the customer is happy with the outcome.
Which marketing strategy has worked out the best for your business?
Word of mouth definitely is the biggest one for us. Social media, of course. But with social media now, I think it goes back to the feelings, because what social media does, I find, is it reminds people. Because I find, unfortunately, social media is really, it's a 2D screen you're looking at, and it cannot really bring out the essence of a place. It only gives you like a visual perspective, which it's like just giving you the physical attributes, not what's inside. And because of that reason, but I think the way it helps is if I post something on social media and a customer who hasn't come in for a while sees it, takes them back to, oh, I remember Baobox, man, I remember that time we had this with our friends, with this group, we did this, we played this game and all that. And that in turn triggers a positive response in terms of getting guys back in.
Sailing through the tough times, beating a global pandemic, amongst other things. How was that for you?
Really interesting. Because what Baobox stands for is you come together, you socialize, you interact, and you bond. Corona came and said, no, we don't socialize, we don't interact. So it was tough, especially with the curfews, just finding our feet through that, just how to survive with just takeaways and in a takeaway model only. That was very interesting, because when you think of burgers, you think of a burger joint. And the wake-up call we got through Corona was that, okay, we have certain signature dishes that people are remembering, but how do we encourage them? What can we do that, even if it's for a burger, someone sitting at home is like, man, I want to eat a Baobox burger. This really triggered, we got confident or complacent in terms of just saying that, no, what we have to offer is already amazing. So through Corona, it was nice that, okay, oh wait, now there's room for improvement in this area, and trying to build on that.
Looking back at 2021, what worked out really well, what didn't work out, and what are the lessons learned?
One of the things, I guess I just mentioned in terms of how to encourage people to think of our food while sitting at home. One thing that didn't work very well, and it's unfortunate, is also now that we are restarting and trying to get back to our feet, we're trying to recall our staff, and it's unfortunate. At the same time, pre-Corona, we were very proud to say that the day we opened till pre-Corona, we retained 50% of our staff through and through from the people we opened with. In an industry that's notorious for staff turnaround, it was a good moment of pride. But now that when 1.5 years later, when we are trying now to reopen, it's nice to see that so many of our guys did find work somewhere else when we couldn't provide for them. But at the same time, it's a shame that we didn't have a way to retain them till now. So I think that's where now we have to recreate the relationships with new staff, recreate the whole cycle that took us a few years to build, or the trust and everything around it.
What does the future look like for Baobox?
We have something very exciting coming for you in the next few months, not far from the Nairobi Garage Spring Valley branch. So yeah, look out for that. I'm not going to disclose any more information because part of the charm is a surprise. But I'll tell you this much, as it's, we are keeping the essence of Baobox alive, meaning we are going to create a space for you where you will be off your phone. meaning, or rather we want you to interact and bond with your friends, that you're not sitting on your phone, although it will still be different from what you see in terms of entertainment. And yeah, that's the near future. In the long run, we're very grateful that how people have taken Baobox as their own. I've met so many people who are like, oh, you've only been around 4 years. It feels like you've been here forever. Like, it feels like we know you so well over the years. So, no, thank you for that. And it's nice when you keep hearing that, because it always gets us on our toes to say, what next? What can we do more? What can we do beyond what we have already created? So for now, yeah, look forward to the new place, and in the next few years, hopefully more concepts, more branches.
What has your experience been like at Nairobi Garage?
I'm enjoying Nairobi Garage. I'm responsible for a few businesses besides Baobox. So what Nairobi Garage has done for me is it's allowed me to step away from the operations or everyday hustle of the businesses, so that you can actually think about progress, like just getting detailed work done, which normally would be a struggle when like, for example, when I'm at Baobox, my mind is always focused around, okay, what's that person doing? Where are they moving to? What's happening? I saw a customer moving in. Okay, they've asked for the bill. I don't see, okay, how long did it take for the bill to come? Coming to a space like this where the ambience is, first of all, very conducive to chill and think. And then on top of that, the support staff and like how welcoming everyone has been, the transition just became that much easier.
What does having an office in a co-working space mean to you and your business?
Imagine in an office, it's someone you work with and you're seeing them every day. A lot of times, a lot of colleagues, they create a very strong bond with each other because they see each other every day and they work together. But there's a barrier there. And the barrier is that you're still colleagues. There's certain things, at one point you have to, well, if the deadlines to be met, then you'll butt heads. But now, imagine a co-working space. It's just like a colleagues, you're seeing each other every day, you interact with each other every day, just a simple hello when you go to get a coffee or something. Without the barrier of the workload or the hierarchy of the workload, where if I'm your senior, or if you're my, if I'm to report to you for certain things, and if I haven't reported to you, in our office, I'll see you, I'll turn around, go the other way because I don't want to. So what does that do? It removes the relationship building element from the workplace. Now what co-working does is, it's like, no, you have your own business, I have my own business, but when we meet, you can meet each other every day just casually and all that, and build that same bond without the interference of work itself.
Parting shot, words of encouragement for business people watching you.
Number one, I would say, if you have an idea that's where you know in your gut that it's amazing, explore it. Number two, I find one of the biggest problems in doing business here in Kenya is ethics. Like, I feel that we have really, over the years, everyone is out there to make a quick buck. So my father has told me two things which I think are very relevant. Number one, don't try make all the money, and number two, don't try make it quickly. What does that mean? Don't try make all the money. Don't try to see how you can hustle your customer in every way possible, or if you're providing let's say online service, don't try to see every way you can make money. You make your money and provide a service where someone else has a chance to make their money as well. Now that's a business I think that will actually grow. And don't try to make quick money. I think the problem here again is everyone is trying to live a lifestyle beyond their means and they want to earn that money, and they're seeing other guys doing this and that and earning quick money. Let's not fall in that trap. The reward will come, and just ensure that you deliver. And the third thing is goes back to networking. Don't network, build relationships. Don't go with the intention of meeting someone because they have something to offer to you or you have something to offer to them. Just meet people, just interact, and just be interested in who they are or what they do. Just that's enough. Over time, you'll realize you will start building a network. But these will now be people that you can call upon, you can rely on when when you need their help in that field or that industry or whatever it is. They'll be more willing to help you than when you are trying to interact with them just so that you have something to gain. So let's move away from this construct of networking and let's focus on just being good people. Just when you meet someone, just be present in the moment and meet them. Then you never know who knows who or who knows what. So over a large period of time, it genuinely develops into what we call a community. And that's what will help you at the end of the day.